Okay, good morning. So our theme for today's yoga class is giving thanks. We are going to be infusing our yoga practice and our postures with gratitude. So giving thanks, expressing gratitude, showing appreciation, this is food for the soul. This is one of the keys to happiness. And the good news, it's really easy to do. It just takes attention. It takes taking time to stop and think about all that you have and all that you are part of. And this leads to feelings of abundance. So gratitude is the antidote to stress. Stress is when we focus on what isn't working, what doesn't feel good. Gratitude is when we flip the switch and focus on what is working and what feels really good. And then depression is when we feel alone, a lack of self-worth. Gratitude, on the other hand, is when we focus on all that we have, all that we are a part of, we feel more abundant, which leads to a greater sense of self-worth. And it also helps us to connect on a deeper level to our relationships, both with self and others. So with that, I will join you on the mat. So go ahead. Sorry, one more person joining us. Okay. Mitt. Okay. All right, so go ahead and find that comfortable seated position, settling down into your roots, sitting up nice and tall. Notice everything making contact with your supports and with the earth. And start to secure yourself to this moment in time, allowing yourself to ground into this moment in time. Gratitude exists in the present moment. The palms are turned up, the backs of the hands press into the legs, sit up nice and tall, draw the tips of the shoulder blades towards each other, all four sides of the neck long, crown of the head lifts. And now let's initiate our three-part Durga breath. On the inhalation, the belly expands, the collarbones lift, and the crown of the head lifts. On the exhalation, release the breath from the crown all the way down to the tailbone. With each inhale, notice the breath moving through these three parts, belly, chest, and crown. Notice the expansion. On the exhale, notice the softening, the return to center. Continue in this way. And at any point, you can shift to your Ujjayi breath, that ocean sounding breath, by utilizing the whispering muscles in the throat to create an audible inhale and audible exhale. In this moment, what are you grateful for? In this moment, what is working in your life? What feels like it's on a good path and in the flow? In this moment, what feels really good in your body? The more we shift our attention to gratitude, the more satisfied we feel. Join the hands to the heart center, palms to touch. With this theme of giving thanks, set your intention for today's class. We will offer these intentions as a gift to ourselves, as well as a gift to others. Touch the tips of the thumbs to the third eye point. Touching here is a friendly reminder that your yoga practice is an inward journey. Do your best to turn your attention inside, to turn off your thinking analytic mind, and to be curious, to really dial in the compass to gratitude, to appreciation, to satisfaction. When you're ready, open the eyes. The arms are down at our sides. On an inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, but keep the shoulders down the back. Exhale, thumbs forward, arms float down. So simple movement here. The focus is on synchronizing the movement with the breath. Breathe first and let the movement follow. And you're also tuning into the sensation of letting the arms float, activating the power of the lungs, the power of the breath to float the arms. Ujjayi breath is that ocean sounding wave. It's called victorious breath because that soothing sound has the ability to quiet the mind, to conquer the mind. Next time the hands come down to the floor, let them touch the floor. We're going to shift the weight over to the right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and then arc it over. Actively press the floor away with the right hand, shifting the weight to the left. Side bend here. Let's make sure that your torso is moving parallel. So we're not dropping the shoulders forward. We're not twisting in any way. We're just moving to the side. Let's breathe into the left rib cage. On your next inhale, you're going to come up, but wrap the hand around the head. Draw the head to the left, reach the right arm out to the side, press the hand into the head, and equally press the head back into the hand, stretching through the neck. Get long in the side of the neck. Breathe with that sensation. Good. Remove the left hand. Place the left hand down at your side. Inhale, right arm floats up and over. Press the floor away with the left hand as you arc to the side, really trying to stay in between two planes of glass with your torso. Breathe space into the right rib cage as a way to stretch the serratus muscles and intercostal muscles. These are your secondary breathing muscles. The primary breathing muscle being the diaphragm. Very nice. On an exhale of your choice, wrap the hand around the head, come up and over, reach the left arm out to the side, soften the shoulders, pull traction here with the head on the hand. Creating space in the neck. We're both at simultaneously stretching in the neck muscles and strengthening them. By pressing the head into the hand, you create that container of support and strength for the neck, so it can stretch as well. Good. Release the hand and come back to center. Very nice. Let's come onto our hands and knees here. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, knees beneath the hips. On an inhale, tailbone lifts up, belly descends, gaze up. On an exhale, curl the tail, round the back, gaze into that grateful heart. Continue in this way. Breath first, movement follows. Press the floor away as you find your forward fold. And on the inhale, as you look up, hug the hands towards the knees, opening the chest. Allow these two actions of extension or back bend and flexion, forward bend. Let these two actions massage out and cleanse anything that gets stuck in the way of acknowledging gratitude. So go ahead and let go and massage away all stress, all feelings of not having enough, wanting more. Release any depression, feeling alone. lack of self-worth. Let go of all disappointment, shame or guilt, any jealousy. Continue in this way and treat your body as if it were a temple. Don't let in anything that isn't worthy, especially those toxic feelings or negative thoughts. And coming back to center here, left fist plants, thumb forward. Inhale, float the right arm up, side twist. Exhale, right hand down, plant, stack the joints. Inhale, left hand floats. The gaze can follow the thumb. Continue in this way, moving slowly, finding your flow, immersing yourself in the breath. No rush, no hurry, no worry. What are you grateful for in this moment? What feels really good? Next time you have your left fist down, let's hold the pose. You can bring your right hand to your lower back to start. Right hip tracks back, weight to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder, but if that doesn't feel good for the neck, you can gaze down to the floor. Good. For a bigger stretch, if it's okay with that right shoulder, reach it up. Back of the neck long. Very nice. Exhale, right hand plants. Stack up the joints, wrists, elbow, shoulders. Left hand to the lower back. Stack that left shoulder towards the right. Left hip draws back, weight to the right. And then inhale. If it's appropriate for the left shoulder, left hand can lift up. Gaze can be anywhere between the right thumb and the left. Really root down through the right hand to rise up, shine up through the left fingertips. Good. Exhale, touch it down. Walk the hands forward, downward facing puppy. You can tent the hands so that you're on your fingertip. Moving in two directions here, fingertips walking forward, tailbone moving back, creating space in the torso, the side body, all around. Each inhale, let the rib cage expand out in all directions. Notice how light, how buoyant you are. Surf the wave of your breath. On an exhale of your choice, you'll float the left arm underneath, sliding it, and then the head comes down, the gaze to the left thumb. This is our surfer's twist. Arms are in an L shape, or the right hand can come right over the heel of the left hand, and you can pull traction here, pressing that hand away as you shift your weight back to the left side. Right hip tracks back. We're stretching in the latissimus dorsi, those big lateral muscles of the back that help us with swimming, which is why this one's called surfer's twist. You gotta paddle out on your surfboard to get position. Good. Inhale, center. You can pause here in your downward facing puppy for as long as you need to. And then any exhale of your choice brings you into surfer's twist on the opposite side. Right arm sliding under the left. Head down, gaze to the thumb. The right palm turns up. L shape with the arms to start. Root down into whatever's touching the floor so that everything else can rise up into space. If you'd like, take that top hand, place it over the heel of the right hand, press there and shift your weight back to the right edge of the mat. Breathing. Inhale of your choice brings you back to center. We'll find child's pose here. Toes touch. Settle the hips into the heels, forehead to the floor. or to some other surface, whether it's a black block or stacking your hands. Deep breath in, exhale, side out. Continue in this way, cleansing breath, letting go of the rush, the hurry, the to-do list, anything that distracts you from being attentive to gratitude. And begin to breathe in appreciation, satisfaction, gratitude. Breathe in your intention. Fill up every cell of your body with this intention. Inhale, brings us back to hands and knees. Let's do a few barrel rolls here where we we cap our spine and then move it over and around and up. So circular action here. It's almost as if the spine is a jump rope and you're swinging the jump rope. Going nice and slow, being curious, don't worry about what it looks like. Notice and focus on what it feels like. Let's follow that feel good gratitude path. Switch directions. Good. Walk the hands forward. Stay on your knees. Shift the shoulders over the wrist. You could be on your fist here too. Curl the toes under. So here we are in a supported plank. Gather the navel towards the spine to tone the core. You can stay right here. Keep the head up in line with the spine. Gaze out. Or you can exhale, bend the elbows just a little. Inhale, straighten the arms again. So little micro push-ups. Bigger push-ups are not better. Keep it small, keep it in control. If you want more action, then find your full plank with the knees lifted. When you're ready, exhale brings us all the way down onto the floor. Good. Settle into the belly. Let's turn the head to the right. Arms out to your side. Breathe deeply here. Nice stretch for the neck. If this is too much for the neck, then make a pillow with the hands. Let's breathe into the back. Each inhale, the back expands up towards the ceiling, releasing any tension. Each exhale, allowing yourself to melt into the floor. Good. Inhale, gaze ahead. Let's take that left arm forward. And we'll actually put the forehead on the left hand. And then you'll bend your right knee and see if you can reach back for the foot. Hug the heel to the hip and actively press the foot into the hand. So equal action here. Hugging the heel to the hip stretches the quad, pressing the foot into the hand, keeps the muscles toning around the knee to protect the knee joint inflection. Good, okay, we're gonna switch sides. So now the right arm comes forward, left hand reaches back. You're gonna place your forehead on your arm. Activate through the leg, stretching the quad here. Good, and then pick the head up, gaze ahead. See if you can reach back for both feet. If you can't, you can always just have the legs down and be looking up. This is totally fine, a lot of toning happening here. Otherwise, if it's available, find your feet, press your feet into your hands. It's like you are the bust at the bow of a ship, cruising over that infinite wide open sea. So many possibilities. So much space to be yourself, to be happy and free. Good. Release the legs. Bring the arms forward. Forearms down. Elbows shoulder width. Sphinx pose. Sort of an extended sphinx. We're not in our full sphinx yet. On the inhale, press the floor away. Curl the tailbone down. Gaze ahead. On the exhale, hug the arms back and heart through the gates of the arms. So continue to oscillate in this way. At any point, you can walk the elbows in a little bit more, perhaps just in front of the shoulders. That will be the full pose. Really important to keep the shoulders down the back, the tips of the shoulder blades towards each other, chin parallel to the floor, crown of the head lifting up. Move with your breath here. Let your body be breathed. Good. Let's come down, turn the head to the left, arms down at your side. Breathe into your back, releasing the muscles that you were just toning and contracting here. Any inhale of your choice brings you into child's pose, Balasana. Touching the big toes, settling the hips to the heels, bringing the forehead down. From here, begin to roll the forehead from side to side, massaging the brow ridge, massaging away the worry, right? Worrying is like praying for those things that you don't want to happen. Massaging away the disappointment, massaging away any analyzing of the past to predict outcomes, massaging away all expectations and anticipation. Good. And settling here in stillness, treating your body like a temple. Don't let anything in that isn't worthy. What feels really good in this moment in your body? Focus on what is working. Let's come to our hands and knees. So you can be here in hands and knees doing your cat-cow variation, or you can curl the the toes, and lift the knees and hover here. And you can sort of go back and forth from hovering and toning to bringing the knees back down and exploring cat. Or you might lift the knees, hover, and then move into your first downward dog of the practice. So really honor your body. Do what feels right for it. For your first downward dog, the knees are really bent. You're pressing the floor away with your hands, widening through the sitting bones, bowing the heart, totally focusing on extension of the spine, lengthening of the spine. The next step is to wiggle the feet back just a little, and let's stretch one set of hamstrings at a time by straightening one leg and bending the opposite knee, moving with the breath. So initiate an inhale or an exhale and move, pause, and then continue. Really slowing down to meet the rhythm of the breath. This helps to quiet the mind, to settle the mind and the body. The mind is such a powerful tool. Let's keep it dialed into the gratitude channel, the channel of appreciation, of gracefulness, of satisfaction. Good. Gaze ahead, step up. Feet hip width apart, second toe point straight ahead, hands to the shins, lengthen, back of the neck is long. Exhale, fold. We'll do this a few times. Or if it feels better to stay up in your lengthening and pause and breathe here, you certainly can do that. You know your body best. Listen to the messaging of the body and do what feels sweet and nice. At any point, we can meet up in forward fold, shake the head out, no, no, no. Shaking out all negative thoughts. And yes, yes, yes to gratitude. Cross the arms, hold the elbows, let the weight of the arms and head help to lengthen the muscles in the back, tip the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Open up the heart and just let the energy of the heart, Anahata chakra, just pour through the mind, cleansing the mind with the shower of love, appreciation, and gratitude. Release the arms, bend the knees, press through the feet, toes are slightly lifted, start to curl up to stand, coming all the way up nice and slowly. Exhale, shoulders down the back. A few shoulder rolls here, just shrugging away any stress, any tension. All those things that you carry around on your shoulders, free your shoulders from that weight. And then let's, on your next inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale out to the sides and back. And in this way, let's really kind of fluff up our aura. Let's bring and sprinkle gratitude and positivity and clear thinking and just appreciation. Let's just let it sprinkle all around us. Good. Hold the arms up at the top. Keep the shoulders down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Dive down. Inhale, gaze ahead, step the left foot back carefully and scissor the legs. Touch the left knee down. Feel free to give it some extra padding if you need that. Good. Point the toes, scissor the legs, hands to the knee, gaze up, breathing here. Moving the hips back slightly. Good. Arms can come all the way up if that feels appropriate. No tension in the body. Yoga is never about creating tension. It's all about releasing it. Finding that balance point between activating the muscles to support the pose and noticing where you can let go, but still hold the shape of the pose. Let go and let your energy flow into all areas of the body. Good. Exhale. We're going to bring our right hand down to our leg. The left hand comes down. You can curl the toes under. Gaze over the right shoulder for a twist here. Next step would be to bend the knee, lifting the foot up. Maybe this is enough, or maybe you can reach back for that foot. Shift the hips back too. So this can be a lot for the knee that's on the floor. If it feels like too much, don't do it. Treat your body like a temple. No forcing, no pushing. Follow that bliss path, that gratitude path. Good. Come on down. Curl the toes under. Lift that knee up. High lunge here for our twist. And then if it's available, the arm can come up. Chin to the chest and then gaze up. Good. Exhale. 2 fists on the floor. Back knee comes down. Front foot drags back. Walk your wrists so that they're underneath the knee. Point the back toes. Exhale, knee curls up. Inhale, release. So toning in the belly here. Now, if you want more action, then you can walk your fists forward, curl the toes under, and do this from plank. But more is not better, right? More is not better. We already do enough during the day. Yoga practice is not about doing more. It's about trying less and being more. Good, okay. So you can find your cat-cow here. You can find a child's pose. You can find a downward facing puppy pose, or you can find your downward dog pose. Wherever you are, tune into the abundance that exists within you and all around you. All the many things that you have, all the many things that you are a part of. We are all connected through an intricate web of relationships that we can light up through our actions and through our thoughts. We are never alone. Good. From here, we're going to meet up with the left foot forward. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle. Point the back toes, hands to the knee, press the knee away, shift the hips back, gaze up. Breathe here, or inhale, arms up. Mountaintop view with your gaze. Face muscles relaxed, tongue relaxed. Good. Exhale, left hand to the leg, right hand all the way down. Curl the back toes, find your twist. Stay here or lift the right foot up, pointing the toes. Stay here or reach back for that left foot. Hips roll back slightly, shoulders stack and turn. Breathing. Good. Exhale to release. Back toes curl. Find and the knee lifts up. So we're finding our high lunge here in our twist. If it's available, you can send that left hand up. Let's start really close the gap between the belly and the legs. This is what makes our twist so cleansing, this connection of sort of massaging the abdominal organs by pressing the belly into the legs and breathing. Back leg is really buoyant. Exhale, left hand comes down, frame the foot with your fists, back knee comes down, slide the front foot back, find your table, exhale, curl it in, inhale, release, exhale, toning, round the back. If your body is saying, yeah, give me some more, throw another piece of wood on the fire, then walk the hands forward, lift the back knee, and do this from plank. Only do this if you receive the invitation from your body. Don't do it if your mind wants you to do it. We're cherishing the body. The body is in charge. Good, and then you can find your dog, your hands and knees for table, your child's pose, or your downward facing puppy. Turn off your thinking mind and feel your way into the pose. Settle into stillness here, filling the mind and the body with the sound of your ocean breath. Good. Inhale, gaze ahead. Let's come all the way up to standing. Hands to the shin, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Take a moment to be in your forward fold here. Peel the shoulders away from the earlobes, crown of the head towards the earth. And then bending the knees as much as you need to wrap the arms around the legs, giving your whole self a hug. Expressing gratitude for your whole self, appreciating all of yourself. Good, let the arms hang. We're gonna come up with a nice long spine. So the knees are bent, the head is up in line with the spine. Inhale, arms out to the side, press through the feet, shine up, reach up, bright as the sun. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, and then we'll move into a balancing sequence. So we'll shift the weight to the left foot. Keep the chin parallel to the floor, gaze, drishti is on that mountaintop view. And then from here, we have the right foot floating. So maybe this is your whole balancing practice, and that's okay. Really find and energize yourself with the breath. The breath is balance. The next step is tree. Maybe your tree is a sapling, or maybe your tree is a full-grown tree. So find a good spot for that right foot to land and hug towards center, creating a strong trunk. Hands at the hips. couple options here. If tree is challenging for you, stay here and you can work the different hand gestures in tree. If you're ready for the next challenge, then lift the knee up, reach back for the foot. So the knee comes back too. You're pressing the foot into the hand. If it's available, the left hand comes onto the foot, really pressing the foot into the hand. So we did this already, but we were on our bellies. Now we're doing it standing on one foot. Good. Next step, if you're ready for the next challenge, left arm forward. This is our dancer pose. You're reaching the right foot up towards the ceiling. Smile on your face, breathe. Good. Inhale of your choice brings you back to center. Let's lift that right knee up and let's tone in the core. Each exhale, zip the knee up a little bit more. Each inhale just naturally releases. So exhale, the focus is on the exhale. Really lifting the leg up. Shoulders stack right over the hips. Hips tuck underneath the shoulders. Sometimes we jut our hips forward. So really find that long, strong line of energy from the left ankle, knee, hip, shoulders. Good, touch it down. Take a moment to pause, to receive. Place the hands on the body to give thanks. And then switching sides, so shifting over to the right foot, hands to the hips. The first step, establish your breath. The breath is balanced. Second step, float the left foot. This might be your whole practice, and that's okay. Third step, find your expression of tree. Secure the foot to the leg hugs in, trunk. You might stay in your tree and explore the variations of tree, or take your foot off the standing leg, reach back for the left foot. Make sure the left knee points down. Right hand can come around. Good. Press the foot actively into both hands. This could be enough, or variation of dancer. Right arm reaches forward, foot lifts up. Good. Inhale, bring it back to center. Lift the knee up in front. Each exhale, zipping that knee a little higher, toning in the core. Each inhale, there's a little release. The focus is on the exhale, the hugging in, the cleansing, the toning. Tips of the shoulder blades together behind the heart. Good. Exhale to release. Arms down to your sides, feet wide apart, coat sleeve posture. So we have our little fists going here, and we're just gonna swing the arms, bumping the fists gently around the waistline. Gazing past the shoulder. Now, when you increase the velocity of your movement, as we're doing here in the body, oftentimes the breath wants to shorten and get a little faster too. But in yoga, the breath is our constant. So keep the breath slow and level and deep. Good. Let your fist bumps tap the chest cavity, stimulating the glands here, the endocrine system. And then giving yourself a pat on the back, only if that feels okay for the shoulders. And then arms back along the waistline, really opening it up. It's called coat sleeve arms because it's like we're wearing our big winter jackets and we pulled our arms into our core. And we've just got these like loose, dangling coat sleeves. Okay, and now let's start to slow it down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Until everything is still. Walk the feet towards each other, gaze up. Really full deep breathing here. Notice how awake, how charged you are. Notice how light the arms feel and how much energy is simmering and zinging up and down the spine. So it's a really great pose to really recharge, to wake up. Good. Let's come up to the top of the mat. Press through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. Inhale, gaze ahead. Exhale, step, walk, or jump back. Good. From here, knees come down, chest and chin, and then the pelvis. And then we're gonna be on our belly. Sorry, I just have to remove that blanket. Coming down, point the toes, Bhujangasana, inhale, curl it up. Exhale, release. Inhale to curl it up. And exhale, release. And inhale to curl it up. And exhale, release. Curl the toes, plant the knees, lift the pelvis, reverse your push-up. Hips to the heels, downward facing puppy, stay here. Or choose a child's pose, a table pose, or a dog pose. Whatever suits your body in this moment. With downward facing dog, we're rooting through the fingertips, hugging the elbows towards each other, keeping the ears alongside the upper arms, bowing the heart, extending through the tailbone, widening the sitting bones, drawing the femur bones back, drawing the kneecaps up the legs, lifting the toes, even weight in the big toe mound and pinky edge. Good. Gaze up. We'll all meet up at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Very nice. Interlace the hands behind, shoulders down the back, heart open. And then exhale. Let's lift those clasped hands up towards the ceiling and find your forward fold. Tailbone tips up, crown tips down. Knees can be really bent or just a little bent. Make sure the palms are coming towards each other so there's no pulling on the wrist. A little bit of bending in the elbow to keep the elbow joint from hyperextending or from locking. Let yourself be buoyant with the breath. Good. Inhale, partway up. Hands to the hips, bend the knees, move the tailbone back, gaze up, Utkatasana, arms up. This is too much for the upper back or shoulders. You can always just keep the hands down at your hips. You're curling the tailbone down. Take a peek down, make sure that you can see your toes. Good. Meeting the challenge of this posture, working hard. When we work hard for the things that we love, it feels really good, it feels gratifying. Push through the feet, inhale, shine up. And exhale, dive right back down. Forward fold. Inhale, gaze ahead. Let's come onto your knees now. Point the toes back onto your heels. Make fists with the hands, thumbs forward. Press into the feet to lift the hips up. So we're preparing for Ustrasana, camel pose. Chin to the chest, a little bend in the elbow to protect the elbow joint. Now really actively press into the shins and the tops of the feet to lift the pelvis. Good. Exhale, bring it down. It's a pretty challenging pose. You can continue with that pose, or you can stand on your knees. Take your hands, fingertips up the back, elbows hug in, gaze up. So as you press your hands into your lower back is equally pressing into your hands. So you could stay here, or curl the toes. See if you can reach back for your right heel. Make sure the pelvis is moving forward, so we're not dipped back. If you're dipping back like this, then either stay in this posture or do the posture we were just doing from the floor. But if you can keep your hips over the knee or even the pelvis moving forward, then you can be here. Left arm lifts up and back. I like to take my left hand and place it to the back of my neck for support. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Other side. Left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Good. Inhale up. And then if it's available, both hands to the heels. Tips of the shoulder blades towards each other, pelvis moving forward, gazing up, back of the neck long, throat open. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, melt in child's pose. Surrender here, infusing yourself with the breath, letting the breath soften the edges of the body and mind. The breath is like soothing river water, washing away all that does not serve, softening all edges. What do you appreciate right here, right now, in this moment? Inhale of your choice, come on up. Let's come to sit. Janu Shirshasana, right leg extends, flex the foot, tuck the left heel in, sit upright on your sitting bones, evenness of weight in the sitting bones. If you feel like you're not sitting upright, then open up your base, slide the foot down the leg. Next point is to look at the knee and make sure that it's grounding down into the floor. If it's not, you can always put a pillow and press it down. So we want to establish our grounding points. And then hands back behind helps the spine to lengthen. Keep the foot flat as if it's standing on an invisible surface. Heart lifts. Plant the heel, track the heel back. Notice how this moves the heart forward. So often in yoga, we move in two directions to create space. Good. If it's okay, the hands can come forward. Hands can come to the body as long as the hands are only expressing tender, loving care, right? There is no pulling on the body, no gripping, no forcing. TLC with the hands. Each inhale, notice the spine lengthen. You grow a little taller, coming up. Each exhale, allow the heart to soften. Find your forward fold. Riding the wave of your breath. Every posture is a meditation. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. Other side. Left leg extends, right heel tucks in, untuck if you need to establish a bigger base of support. Knee plants down, feel free to support underneath the knee if it doesn't touch the floor. Hands back behind, lengthen. We're making sure that our ankle, knee, and hip are all out in one line. The foot is standing on an invisible surface, so there's no turning in the ankle here. Good. Lead with the heart. Track the heel back as the heart moves forward. Bend in the knee. Maybe it's a little bend, maybe it's a big bend. Hands can come forward, planting the hands to the floor. Track the hands towards the body, which again helps to lift the heart forward. Do not hang your head. Do not push forward with your head. This is not a race. Keep the head up in line with the spine. Heart first. The body, the torso is coming more inside of that left leg. So we're not positioning our body right over the leg. It's more coming on the inside. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Let's find our windshield wiper. Very nice. If you have a block or a pillow, squeeze it with your knees, fists, thumbs forward, long through the spine. Maybe you stay here, gaze up, squeeze the block. There's plenty happening here. Maybe you lift the hips, a little more toning now in the shoulders, biceps and triceps, or maybe you lift a little bit more, finding that back bend. Reversing your table. Planting the feet, lifting the toes, squeezing the block. And exhale of your choice lowers you down. Remove the block. Come to rest on your back. Have a block close by. And let's bend the knees, feet to the floor, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side for your reclining Baddha Konasana, palms turn up. And just take a moment here to rest on your back, to breathe fully into the belly. Each inhale, belly expanding out in all directions. Each exhale, navel releases to the spine. You stay right here. I'm going to come forward to the computer to read our reading to you for the day. But when you are in a restorative pose like this, that you're in now, it's really nice to give yourself, the body, that gift of time in those restorative poses. So our reading today is by Donna Folds. It's taken from What's True Here, her book, New Poems and Other Writings. This writing is, "This is what I have to say to you. Savor the fruits of a lifetime of growth and evolution. I'm not suggesting that you rest on your laurels and declare yourself done, but it's time to bask in the sunlight of your soul and let that warmth reach deep inside your bones. The next stage of your life will rest upon a foundation of gratitude, grace, and celebration. Grace simply comes when it comes and isn't in your control. Gratitude can be nurtured and fertilized by paying attention to the gifts that come your way, saying thank you, internally and externally appreciating your life as often as you remember. Celebration means taking stock of how far you've come and letting delight and wonder lead the way. What you are giving birth to today is bigger than your usual perception of yourself. It's okay that you have no idea what's coming next. How could you? Just stay open and the universe will do the rest. Gratitude, grace, and celebration are the keys." Good. So keeping that breath connection. And whenever you're ready, bringing the knees towards each other. And starting to hug the knees to the chest. Rocking a little bit from side to side. Take the arms out in T position. Keep the knees bent. Lift using your core. Lift the knees up a little bit more towards the chest. Swivel the hips to the left slightly. And then exhale, bring the legs to the right for a twist. The left shoulder blade stays down. So if you notice it picking up, then put a block underneath your legs. This will shift your weight back into the left shoulder. Then you can pick your head up, turn it to the left, and breathe here. Savoring each breath. Good. Inhale, bring it back to center. Swivel the hips to the right. Knees up to the chest. And bring the knees down to the left. Right shoulder stays put. If it's not staying put, place the block underneath the left leg. You can use your hand, left hand and arm on the knees to help them ground down. Lift the head up, turn it to the right. Eyes either focused on the thumb or eyes are closed. Breathing here. Each cycle of breath is a new beginning, a chance to start again, a chance to infuse gratitude into your body, into your mind. Inhale of your choice brings you back to center. Feet down. Arms down to your sides. And let's make our way into Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Do expend any effort or energy needed to really get comfortable, to settle into your mat here. For me, I like to place a pillow underneath my knees. You might want to put some extra socks on or a hat if you tend to cool off. Cover up with a blanket. Perhaps you have a chair or a couch close by and you want to put your legs up on it. Or maybe you have a wall that you want to put your legs up on. So expend that extra effort to get really comfortable here, taking care of yourself. So there is no suffering. Walk the tips of the shoulder blades towards each other. Palms are turned up, eyes are closed. Draw in a deep breath through the nose, filling the body up like a wave, and exhale the breath out through the mouth. Cleansing wave, washing away all that does not serve. Continue in this way. And then let your natural peaceful breath ebb and flow. Allow all the muscles across the forehead to soften and release, temples release, scalp releases. Brain is relaxed. Ears melt from the sides of the head down to the floor. Lower jaw releases, tongue drops down and back inside the mouth. All the muscles in the neck and shoulders and throat soften and release. Surrender the weight of both arms into the support of the earth, softening elbows, wrists, and palms. All the things that you hold on to during the day, put it all down. Let yourself be held by your yoga practice, held by your awareness, cradled by Mother Earth. Soften into Mother Earth. All the muscles in your back soften and release, melting from bones down to the floor, and with it, melting away all fear and tension. Imagine your heart as a flower in full bloom, blossoming, full of gratitude, love, and joy. So beautiful. The belly gently expands on the inhale and softens on the exhale. The pelvis descends down into the support of the earth. The hips open and release. And the big muscles in the legs melt from the bones down to the floor. Soften in the knees, ankles, and feet, surrendering the weight of both legs into the earth. Grounding. Surrender the weight of the entire body into the support of the earth. Mind's attention travels deep beneath the surface of the skin, deep beneath muscle, tissue, and bone, going in and in and in. Simmer here with all those sensations, those tingling vibrations. Recognize this as your healing energy, making repairs, rejuvenating your spirit, replenishing all those gratitude wells. I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana. Spend as much time as you need to here, giving yourself the gift of relaxation. When you are complete, do sit up and meditate before moving on with your day. I will end the meeting now for everyone. Namaste.